I'm going to review this episode of Golf Channel Academy. It's from a bunch of years ago. It has Jimmy Ballard and Rocco Mediate. 12 Nights at the Academy is the title on YouTube. If this video gets 6 likes, and one of them will be from me, so it's really only 5 likes, I'll make the second part of this video that goes further in depth on Jimmy Ballard's methodology. First of all, I want to thank everyone who liked the video. That wasn't me. That means there was 8 other likes. We hit the goal. So as promised, here is part 2 of Jimmy Ballard and Rocco Mediate on the Golf Channel. In this episode of Big Boy Pants Golf, I'm going to focus on 3 key takeaways from the rest of that episode of the Golf Channel Academy that is definitely going to make a difference in your game.
Well, you know, Hogan, when he changed his swing, he talked about that he had half a left arm.
Jimmy Ballard references Ben Hogan a lot because Ben Hogan had one of the truly great swings of all time. If you think of your left arm as half a left arm, it'll help you become more connected.
And he talked about on the Ed Sullivan Show that the arms were connected to the body at the elbows, not at the shoulders. And then he just talked about move to your right and move to your left with your elbows on your body.
When you think of the golf swing, it's just keeping your elbows on your body and moving to the right and to the left. It sure makes it a lot simpler than what we see in a lot of these overly complicated golf instructional videos and articles. Here I feel my elbows are connected to my body, and I move to my right and then my left, and that essentially is that whole feeling like you are throwing a medicine ball down the fairway. It may be the most simple way to swing a golf club.
And the left arm connection is tied into the left lat. Once you tie your arm into your left lat like you're holding something heavy, it would be as though if I wanted to backhand someone. All I would do is lay my arm here, this left lat would move into my right leg, and I'd hit you with my right side.
Left lat, moving to the right side, hitting with my right side.
I would never get back here and pull my arm, or I would never get my arm away from me to hit you hard. My arm would lay connected to my shoulder, I'd lay my arm on my body, and I'd hit you with my big muscles.
Yeah,
If I'm not tall and wide, let's say I get narrow and bent over, I lose all my structure. My arms and hands come into play, and I'm dead because I can't trust them. But I can trust all the big muscles and my legs and everything moving this golf club. But I'm moving it with all this. So center moves it back, and if I'm measured up properly and set up properly, it's going to be right. It's going to be right in the numbers as far as hitting. And there's not going to be any disturbance on the ground because I'm measured up and I stay tall throughout the entire swing. Everything stays tall. Hogan always talked about being taller at impact, not smaller. Think about that.
You have to be up to hit down. In other words, you have to be up to hit down.
Yeah.
If you're down, you're hitting up.
Yeah, and that's bad.
So you have to always have good posture to be in a position to hit a descending blow. The ball's on the ground.
Okay.
Here, I'm staying tall to hit down. Let's see how much my head drops. Barely drops at all.
A personal one he received from the Hawk calls it the best he ever received. The best tip you ever received. And it's hard to believe you did get it from Ben Hogan, but you did.
Yep. It was 1956, and he was standing on the practice tee hitting balls. And he would take, he was a chain smoker, and he'd always put the cigarette in his mouth when he hit. And he had a reason for that, because that made him keep his chin up and keep his posture better.
I may now have to start smoking on the golf course. I'll do anything to improve my game.
And he'd put it in there, and he would take the club, and he'd put it on his right hip, and he'd lay his arm like this, and he would go like this twice, and then he'd go like this. And then he would hit a ball going like this. And what it was, he was rehearsing his old swing before he'd changed it. And if he started changing in 45, he always changed directions this way. which left him back, blocked, and flipped. So in later life, he learned to keep the elbow down, connected, and get the right hip to hit it. And then he later said, I wish I had 3 right hands to hit it with, because the freedom was there once this got down and the inner force got out of the way and it didn't go this way.
Left elbow down, hitting it with my right hip. Let me tell you, it works. I hope you enjoyed and realized how this episode went full circle with Ben Hogan. We started off with a little bit Ben Hogan, and the main tip was also something Jimmy Ballard learned from Ben Hogan. And to celebrate the Hawk, which was Ben Hogan's nickname, I wore a bird of prey, probably in the hawk family. Not a scientist or a biologist, so not exactly sure the relationship of eagles to hawks. But I will tell you this, if you loved this episode or maybe learned something, throw me a like. If I get to 10 likes this time, I'm going to do another Jimmy Ballard episode, probably taking a friend with a Charles Barkley type swing and rehabbing it with the golf swing theories of Jimmy Ballard and Rocco Mediate. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.